Hello and welcome to Ingression, the only series that gives you the best tips, tricks, and information on the game that we all love, and soon you will too, Ingress. I, of course, am your lovable, enlightened instructor, Incredible Hulk, aka Colin Williams. And today we're going to cover Ingress 101, so if you've either never played the game Ingress, or perhaps you're a newer player still in the first couple levels, we're going to give you the most comprehensive coverage anywhere of all the basic information that you need to start playing Ingress. Now, I always say that Ingress is like chess, so today I'm going to cover the rules for you, but the strategy is covered in the rest of the Ingression series, so make sure to check those out after watching the 100 series of videos. But after that, let's go ahead and get started. First off, what exactly is Ingress? Well, Ingress is basically a real-world capture the flag / King of the Hill game created by the Google sub-company Niantic. It's geocaching turned into a fun social game with a lot of players and potential friends. There's currently about 1 million active players every month battling it out over places known as portals. And portals are real-world locations centered around art, pieces of history, adventure attractions, and hidden local gems in your own community. Now, there's over 1 million portals all around the world, from the Antarctic to the Gobi Desert, and even in your local city. To play, all that you need is a sense of adventure and an Android or iOS device with an internet connection. And when you begin Ingress, you'll be presented with 2 team choices. So you have the Resistance, who seek to battle the forces that are attempting to use exotic matter to enslave humanity, and the Enlightened, who seek to harness the power of exotic matter to evolve mankind to a higher level. So basically there's an outside force in the game known as Shapers, and they're attempting to influence our world. The Enlightened think that they're trying to influence it for good. The Resistance think that they are bad. Now, I'm not going to tell you who to choose, but I will suggest that you thoroughly research each side before you make your choice. So now that you've downloaded the game and picked your side, it's going to be time to play. And the first thing up, and the most common error that new players make, is they think that their phone or the game is broken because they can't move their player. But Ingress is a real-world game, which means to move, you have to move in the real world. So it is time to move. And to know where you're going, your phone acts as a scanner. It translates the real world into the Ingress world for you, so it augments reality. And you can see your location and any portals within your nearby vicinity. And you can kind of zoom out on the scanner, but you can't move your scanner to see portals farther away, and you can't see other people. Which means if you want to see things further away, you need to go there. If you want to see other people, you have to actually go meet them. You have to get out there and move and have fun. So with that scanner, how does it actually work though? We're going to go ahead and break it down for you. So see that tiny sliver up there? That's going to be the progress bar for your points to the next level. And that emblem over there, you can change to a few different things depending on what you want. This kind of represents you. And that ring around it shows your level. So there's one segment in green for each of your first 8 levels and one segment in yellow for the next 8. Now that bar right next to it is your XM bar. It shows how much energy you have to do in-game actions. So if you run out, you can collect those blue dots on the ground called exotic matter, or XM, or you can use an item called a power cube. Now below that is your agent name and your current level. And right below that is your current points and the points to the next level. And that button over there that says Ops will take you to the Operations menu, which we're going to cover in Ingress 102. Now down at the bottom is the comm area. And this will let you send messages to other players by either typing their agent name with the @ symbol before it, or by long pressing on their name, if it's currently up in comms, and then selecting Send Message. Now, one side note I do want to say about the comms is they are not a secure method of communicating information to other players, even if it says secure. So it is best not to discuss sensitive things like fields you're trying to make or your girlfriend's current weight using the comms, or you end up single with no fields like Hulk. And then that circle and the arrow, that arrow is you. And that circle is your action range. So you can only directly interact with items and portals inside that circle. So get up and move so that portal is in your circle. And now that you can move and you know what you're looking at, What is it that you do once you get to a portal? Well, the three main points of Ingress are to capture portals, link portals together, and create what are known as fields. Now, to capture a portal, the portal needs to be gray, and that means that it's neutral and not owned by either team. If the portal is the opposite color of you, then you can attack it to turn it gray, and we'll cover attacking in a second. And if the portal is already your team's color, you don't need to worry. It's already captured for your team. Now, in order to do actions like attacking a portal or capturing them, you're going to need supplies. And when you first start out, you can only hold a maximum of 100 items, and you'll be capped at level 3. You can't go any higher than that. But we're going to cover how to get past that in Ingress 102. But first, to get those items, you'll need to do what's called hacking a portal. Don't worry. You don't need to know how to code a computer or understand what the pool on the roof must have sprung a lake means to hack. All you have to do is click on the portal and then click the hack button. It is that simple. Wonderful. Now when you hack, you'll receive a random assortment of between like 0 and 10 items, either within 1 to 2 levels of the portal, or if the portal is a higher level than you, within 1 to 2 levels of your current level. And the items that you'll get from hacking include Resonators, which you can use to claim portals, shields, force amps, and turrets, which you can use to defend portals, keys, which you will use to remotely view portals, and you can use to link two portals together, power cubes, which lets you refill that XM bar when you run out of energy, media, which will update you on the events in the game. And there's portal modifiers, such as heatsinks and multi-hacks, which we'll cover in a bit, and XMPs and Ultra Strikes, which are the weapons. Now, XMPs are a wide burst weapon, which can attack a large area. XMPs have a receding ripple effect, so the closer to whatever it is that you're attacking, the stronger the attack is at that point. Whereas with the Ultra Strikes, they are concentrated attacks for if you're maybe standing right on top of a portal or on top of a resonator that you want to destroy. Now, in order to detonate any of these weapons, you just long press on the screen in any of the main areas. A mini menu will pop up, and then you just slide your finger up to fire the XMP, and a list of weapons will actually pop up right there for you. Now, to get an extra boost on the weapons attack, instead of just tapping fire, if you hold down the fire button, a ring will form around you and it'll kind of shrink in and out. And the closer the ring is to you when you let go, the stronger the attack will be, with up to a 20% bonus in attack. But if you don't let go in time, then that fire ring will reset to its widest point and your attack will end up just being the maybe 1 or 2% bonus. Now, those attacks will only hurt enemy portals, so you don't have to worry about damaging any of your team's portals in the local area. When it comes to weapons, though, you can only use weapons of your level or below. So when you're first starting, you may have weapons that you currently can't use because they're levels higher than you. And there's also a few weapons called Adas and Jarvises that we'll cover in future episodes because they're even more complicated than that. So now that you know how to attack and kill a portal and turn it neutral, let's cover how to take it over. So to take over a portal, you have to deploy resonators on the portal once it has turned gray, aka neutral. Now, resonators are those weird double-sided ice cream cone looking things that you get when you hack. Resonators power the portal, and just like weapons, resonators have levels, and you can't use resonators higher than your level. Now, to claim the portal for your team, you must deploy at least one resonator on the portal, and to fully claim the portal and make it linkable to other portals, you need to deploy a resonator on all 8 of the slots. Now, to deploy a resonator, you can either long press on the screen directly on the portal, that's either gray or your team's color, or you can click on the portal and then select deploy resonator from the portal menu screen. Resonators do have limits, though, as far as how many you can deploy on a portal. So although you can deploy 8 level 1 resonators on a portal, for levels 2, 3, and 4 resonators, it will only let you deploy 4 of any given level. So you can put 4 3s and 4 4s, but no more than 4 of any of those particular level per player. So another player could come on and put 4 4s, and you could put 4 4s, and you'd be all good to go. Now, when you hit the higher levels, it drops even more. Only 2 of each for level 5 and 6, and only one of each for level 7 and 8. And this is important because the level of the portal is determined by those resonators on it. So to calculate the portal level, you add up the levels of each of the resonators on the portal, then divide by 8 and round down. So if a portal has 7 level 2s on it and 1 level 1, it would still only be level 1 since the numbers round down. And this also means that due to the limits, the maximum that one single player can make as far as portals go is a level 5 portal. So when you get to those higher levels, that means that if you want the higher level gear, you have to work with other players. And that is one of the top reasons that Ingress is such a wonderful social game. So you know how to capture the portals in Ingress, but there is more to it than just that. You can also link portals together for more points. Now, in order to link portals together, there is 5 requirements, and that is number 1, both portals must be owned by your team. Any player can own the portals, but they do have to both be the same color as you. Now, number 2, both portals that you want to link together must have a full 8 resonators on them, so they can't have any empty slots. All 8 of those things have to be filled up. Number 3, you have to have a key for the portal that you want to link to. So if you got portal A and you want to link it to portal B, then you must have a portal key for portal B. And remember that you get that key by hacking portal B, of course. Now, number 4, there can be no existing links from either team in between the 2 portals that you're linking. And this is honestly the hardest part of linking, since there's often a lot of stray links going everywhere. And then number 5, the other portal has to be in range. Now, a portal has a maximum linking range calculated by this formula. Don't worry if you don't like math. Basically, level 1 max distance is 150 meters, level 2 is 2.6 kilometers, level 3 is 12 kilometers, and so on, exponentially going up. So you can also just pause and look at that picture if you need more info on the maximum linking distances there. So as long as those requirements are met, then just head to portal A, click on the link button, and a menu will automatically search for all portals that you have keys to that it can link to. Then just click the confirm button to deploy the link. It's that simple. Now, deploying a link will give you 323 AP or action points, plus linking counts towards a badge known as the connector badge. However, as great as that AP is though, remember how I mentioned the hardest part of linking is stray links blocking you? Well, you can help prevent that. Yes, you can. So unless you are deliberately creating a big field, try to not throw any unnecessary long links, because it will prevent not only you, but other members of your team from being able to link as much. That long link essentially acts as a divider, making it so no one can link any of the portals on either side of that link to each other. And your own team can't kill your link that easily. So bad links are even actually worse for your team compared to the other guys. So how long though is too long? Well, it really depends on where you're playing. You know, in a big city, downtown, with a lot of portals, more than a couple blocks is considered long. If you're in an urban area where it's a little bit more spread out, more than 4 to 5 blocks is considered long. And in the suburbs, usually 1 mile is considered long. And not throwing long, douchey links will help keep your team members happy with you and actually helps you get more AP, since it's better to throw lots of little links instead of one big link. Now, you've likely heard me mention fields a couple times by now. A field or control field is created when you link 3 portals together in any order to form a triangle of links. Now, forming a field gives you not only the 323 AP for each of those 3 links, but also 1,250 AP for the field itself. Now, when a field is created, you also get a different type of points as well, called mind units. So mind units are essentially the points that count towards your team's global score and towards a badge called the Illuminator badge. The amount of mind units you get is based on a complex population density algorithm. So the more people living under the field, the more mind units that you get. The reason they're called mind units is because according to the game, when you form a field over an area, all the people then living underneath that field are essentially swayed towards your faction's belief system. Now, when a field is created, all the portals, links, and smaller fields underneath the field can still be destroyed and captured. However, you cannot link two portals together or create a field underneath an existing field. You can, however, create a bigger field over a smaller field, or you can link one of the portals that is on the edge of the field that was used to create the field to a portal on the inside. But the link has to originate from the outside portal. And for full information on how to field better, make sure to check out the Ingression Fielding series starting with Fielding 101. And that's going to go ahead and wrap up Ingress 101, but that is far from all that you need to get past level 2 in the game, so make sure to watch Ingress 102 next. In 102, we're going to cover how to manage your inventory, verify your account so you can get past level 3 and carry more than 100 items. Also in 103, we're going to have a lot of questions that newer players generally have that we're going to make sure to answer because they're kind of confusing unless you really know the game well. So we're going to cover all those basic questions for you guys as well. And Ingression is more than just a beginner series. So we have tons of guides and pro tips to help you become one of the best players in no time at all. So just make sure to click that subscribe button to make sure that you're always getting updated on the latest videos and tips. And also travel across the world running live teaching events like a homeless Ingress Jedi Master. So if you see your city listed there, contact me and I'll tell you if we have a teaching event set up in your town coming up anytime soon. But otherwise, in the meantime, feel free to explore the playlist and learn more after, of course, you have checked out Ingress 102 and 103. But in the meantime as well, make sure to go out there, play, destroy, deploy, and enjoy.